All right, family. Welcome back to another edition of Economic News. Here we go again. Today is April 14th, 2021, and let's go ahead and get it started. All right. So we're going to take a look at yahoofinance.com. We're going to start off a little bit different today, looking at the current foreign currencies. All right, plus that 10-year bond. All right, look at that 10-year bond at 1.6750. All right, Pat, keep an eye on that bond. All right. If the higher it goes, the worse the things are going to get, okay? All right, it's steady trying to fly back and forth, but it's steady, holding steady at the 1.6 and change level. All right, look at that VIX, 16.98, all right? Look at that currency, the GBP to the US dollar. It is at 1.3751, all right? The US dollar to the Japanese yen is a little bit running down, all right, as well. All right, get into the foreign currencies here. Look at the Nikkei and the FTSE. All right, they're both running up as well. All right, look at the Bitcoin and CMT crypto. Bitcoin is up pretty big, over 60,000 and change, and looking at 63,000. CMC crypto is over 1,300 right now. Right. So let's go ahead and let's get into these futures. All right, futures look pretty mixed up here. Look at the S&P is unchanged. The Dow futures is up. The Nasdaq and the rest 2000s are looking down. And the opening, it looks like they're about to open down as well too when they open up. All right. So that was from yahoofinance.com. Look at the markets. And let's go ahead and let's go to the kitco.com. Let's look at the world spot price for precious metals. All right. See popped up here New York spot price, but as always, we don't go by that one. All right, we go look down at the world spot price. All right, this is still based in dollar terms. All right. So look at gold. Gold is down a little bit. Silver's up. Platinum is up. Palladium is down. And rhodium is unchanged from yesterday, about 27,000. All right. And then also we started paying attention to the gold ratios down here. Pay attention to the silver. Last time we checked, silver was at 69 point and change. All right. Look at it now. It's like it's 68. It's going to come down. All right. Platinum, palladium. All right. Take a look at those. All right. This is from kitco.com. All right. Now let's go ahead and get into the actual news here. All right. Adjust the camera view a little bit. All right. Sorry about that. All right. U.S. budget deficit hits record highs as March 8 swells. All right. So far this year, the U.S. government has actually incurred a $3.5 trillion debt. All right. We spend it with all the stimulus packages giving out, giving out free money, or if you hear some helicopter money, that's what is going on. All right. So $3.5 trillion in this month, along with the fact that over 11,000 businesses went out of business and shut their doors for the final time. That is in the first quarter. That was just in the first quarter of this year that was being reported. 11,000 businesses. All right. So we can't sustain this. They're having to get more and more debt, and not to mention that after this last stimulus check, they were talking. It already started swirling around that fraud of a city, Washington D.C., that another stimulus was going to be needed, and they were talking about passing a monthly stimulus check going out. Which you hear the term monthly stimulus, that means, in other words, they're talking about UBI. If you understand what UBI is, that's universal basic income. That's where they give people a certain amount of money, and that's what you need to live off of. All right, they talk about anywhere from $1,200 to $1,400 a month to live off of. Most people in the country, even in certain places, $1,200 can't even cover your mortgage or your rent. All right, so don't be surprised they start talking about this, giving out monthly checks to people. And if this is such a big recovery, how come they having to give out monthly checks to people? All right, 11,000 businesses have shuttered their doors. That's just in the first calendar quarter of the year, and we're just now into the second calendar quarter of the year. All right. Think about it, family. If we having such a recovery, how come we having to give out more stimulus that talks of universal basic income, and businesses are still shuttering their doors and they're still talking about more and more lockdowns? All right. So get into this story here. This is from Reuters, Reuters.com. U.S. budget deficit hit big. All right. And if things weren't bad enough, all right, sorry about that. All right, get ready for higher grocery bills for the rest of the year. As if these things wasn't bad, they're already talking about inflation. What hasn't been told was what happened last year as the lockdown started. When lockdown started, farmers could not get their food products to market, and they're still having issues getting their products to market. So expect higher grocery bills. Things takes time to hit. We got milk prices set to soar as they've been having to force to pour out milk. pour their milk products out. You've had farmers having to force to get rid to kill thousands of their livestock because they can't get it to product. And if they do have done it, they forced to get their the products thrown out because they can't get it out to the market in time because there are not enough people and not enough people to truck drivers to get it to market as well too. All right, this is a culmination of a bunch of things that took place. You had the age, you had the new retirees taking into place. They retired, they took their income and they left because it was time for them to retire. Some of them just wanted to quit working, and they quit and they left their jobs and left a vacancy. With so many people looking to get into desk jobs and the computer jobs and not really doing anything, that left it. There's been a wide gap about getting them products to market because there's not enough truck drivers here everywhere. All right. So we'll be looking at this article. This is from NBCnews.com. All right, about get ready for higher food prices. All right, and if you skip down here, the monthly consumer price index released Tuesday by the Bureau of Labor and Statistics showed a 0.6% increase in March, the largest 1 month increase in nearly a decade over the past year. Prices have increased by 2.6% overall. All right, and then down here it says look at gas prices by gas skyrocketed by 9.1%. All right, be looking to pay more high in gas prices. I've seen increase myself. Go ahead and let us know in the comment section about your prices where you're at, about what's going on. All right. So we expect to pay more higher and higher prices as the dollar devaluation continues. The U.S. dollar is losing its world reserve currency. You have shipping containers out on the West Coast that are not even pulling in because they want to get paid in precious metals, not treasury bills anymore. All right, that's U.S. dollars. They want to be paid in precious metals. All right, along with culmination factors not having enough truck drivers to get the products from the farms to the market, and you got a steady increase in food prices. All right, along with the destruction of dairy products and a lot of poultry. All right, so go and get this story from NBCnews.com. Get ready to pay high grocery bills. All right. All right, sorry about that. And then from zerohedge.com, gold prices set to skyrocket due to inflation. All right, with inflation increasing, we just talked about that in the last article. You have the price of precious metals is set to skyrocket. They can only beat it down for so much longer. Keep beating precious metal prices down, and when they beat it down far enough, then all of a sudden it's probably going to happen over the weekend. You're not going to see it until you probably get up Monday morning. The East Coast will get the first whiff of it. Central Time Zone may get the last bit. The mountain in the West Coast time zones may be all over. All right, before they wake up and see a higher price of precious metals. All right. So with inflation kicking in, there are people buying more precious metals. Myself, I'm a precious metal buyer myself. I've encouraged people to buy precious metals as a hedge against inflation to preserve your purchasing power. Because when all else fails, you can and you take that paper currency, that fiat currency, which always goes back to its real intrinsic value, which is zero, which is nothing. Then you have precious metals to be able to conserve your purchasing power and be able to buy with food that you can't grow. All right, and be able to barter with as well too. All right, so go ahead and get this story from zerohedge.com. All right, gold prices set to skyrocket. All right, as inflation goes up, you set the price. That means you have less purchasing power with that fiat currency. All right. And for our final story today, this is kind of a big one. All right, we're just in that camera one last time. All right, this is from BBC.com. If you think the economy is not bad, if we around the world, then why did New Zealand ban foreigners from home buyers? All right, if you didn't know, and I ask you to do your research about this. New Zealand is a perfect safe haven for the ultra and mega rich, or the so-called elites. They go to New Zealand and they buy properties. It is a getaway area for all of those, for all of them who looking to escape. When they try to escape what's going on in their countries because things are going to, they just say heck in a handbasket. This is where they go. And finally, New Zealand, they don't have no properties for their people. They're seeing more foreigners come in trying to escape what's going on in their home countries, and so they've halted a ban on them buying property in their home in New Zealand to get away. All right, so they have to find somewhere else to go, or they bought up all the land already and they have no more, or the New Zealand government is trying to protect what land they have left for their people. All right. And if you look at it, most billionaires they're getting out of the country. They're getting on their yachts, their planes, and they're building all these underground bunkers all around the world to get out of what's coming. All right. So be looking for that article. Really pay attention about what's going on in the world. Stop talking. Get out the celebrity briefs and everything else. All this little hissy fit stuff, these child things, and start figuring out what's going on in the rest of the world. For those of you who know what's going on, good on you. Let's keep it going. Let's try to wake up as many people as possible to the danger before it's actually too late and hit. All right. Be ready so you don't have to get ready. All right. And once again, I want to thank you for joining us in another edition of Melancholy News. All right. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead and get this article that was from BBC.com. All right. BBC.com. All right. So once again, I want to thank you for joining us in another edition of Melancholy News. Become your own banker. Become your own credit union. Become your own savings and loans. You're your own best financier. Let's get that barter system started with your neighbors. Get your neighbors together for the community barter system. Get it together with other communities. All politics is local. Once again, I want to thank you for joining us. Another Smelling Gum News. Be safe, be sound. Let's get it started.